Man, y'all need to start tuning in to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.
Bengal Genius here, and we just lost to the Chiefs, and whatever. When I was a little kid, I used to watch the WWF, and I mean, I loved it. And they used to go around from city to city. I grew up in Detroit, and I would go down to Joe Louis Arena or Cobo Hall, and I remember Paul Orndorff wrestled Hulk Hogan, and I was like, oh, I want Orndorff to get the title. And another one was Randy Macho Man Savage. I love the Macho Man, him and Elizabeth. And another one, they had a match at Joe Louis Arena, and I went down there, and I was like, oh, man, I can't wait. He's going to win the title. Of course, the title didn't change hands, and I was like, man, so close. But of course, as every young man realizes, you find out that wrestling's not exactly on the up and up. It's entertainment. It's sports entertainment. And I've always heard, people talk about the NFL, it's rigged, this and that. And it never made sense to me when it was talk about the Vegas line, right? Because all Vegas is trying to do is they're trying to get half the money on one side, the other half on the other side, and then they get the juice off everyone betting. They always get a little percentage of it, so that way you don't take any huge losses. So, and plus sports books have different numbers. One place the spread will be 5, another place will be 4. So that was always silly to me. But the TV rating angle of NFL games makes total sense. And what I just saw last night with Dallas and Detroit, and what I just saw with the Bengals and Chiefs is pure evidence that shit's true. I mean, think about it. Forget the fact in the second half, I believe the Bengals had, 5 penalties called on them, and the Chiefs won. Of course, you saw the Chris Jones. I can't believe they even showed that on TV. The Chris Jones where he lined up offsides, but they let him go through it. It was a sack. But that penalty they called intentional grounding on the Bengals was 100% not intentional grounding. Now, I get it. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, and you got Taylor. You think that they want to risk Taylor Swift not being in playoff games? Of course not. They weren't letting the Chiefs lose today, or they sure as shit ain't going to let them not make the playoffs. Back to the wrestling thing. God forbid if you were a huge Junkyard Dog fan or Jimmy Snuka or who was that? I don't know. A numerous bunch of meatballs. And that's what the teams like the Lions, the Bengals are, is smaller market teams that the league doesn't feel like can get it done. So what that means is they have to go above and beyond. The refs shade the games. I don't think they're directly told, but they know how to shade the games to get the desired matchups. They probably have Taylor Swift on the pamphlets inside league offices. And this has to be addressed because screw you, NFL. Don't sit out here and make us run around and sit here and stressing us out on the holidays. Just have a fair game, man. You guys are so greedy that you guys can't. We got refs, we got replays, all this shit, and you're gonna have a guy line up offside. You're gonna have a blatant. Everyone knows the rule of intentional grounding, and that clearly wasn't it. And then everyone just glosses over it, and then it's like, oh, Jim, on to the next play. Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just be clear about it. Call yourself sports entertainment. And you want to get your little matchups, whoever you want, wherever you want. And that's it. But I don't know. I can't even comment on the game because I'm too frustrated about it. I mean, whatever. This whole season sucked. You know what? It came in like shit last year. January 2nd, we had that big Monday night game at home, and then the whole thing with Hamlin. So, this whole year of 2023 Bengals has been horrible experience. But the NFL, you guys are dirty, and I hope this gets exposed. And it's just not right. And I get it. You guys want the TV dollars. See, for those who don't know, the NFL's biggest moneymaker are TV contracts. So by negotiating TV contracts with the higher ratings, so there's certain matchups and storylines they prefer to have in the league. So, for example, Taylor Swift and Pat Mahomes in the playoffs over whoever the Denver's quarterback is, or, you know what I mean, or Jake Browning, that's like a no-brainer there. So they're not saying fix it. They're just like, hey, guys, wink, wink, you know, maybe there's an intentional grounding there. Maybe, you know, they always say that there could be a penalty called on every play, but magically for the Chiefs in the fourth quarter, it's usually very one-sided. So congratulations, NFL. You know, you screwed over customers again for that almighty dollar because there can never be enough. I mean, look at me. I'm a sucker wearing NFL merch. But whatever, man. I'll try to make money off you guys. It's a big cash cow for everybody. But I'm just saying, all you'd have to do is just make it a legit game. The game is good enough. And when everyone finally figures out that it's pretty much arranged for TV ratings, you guys are going to hurt the bottom line. So screw you, and Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Bengal fans, and Houday. This year sucked. So, like I said, you can win these games. You just got to overcome the refs and what the league wants. So it makes it more difficult for teams like the Bengals. So just know that going in. Houday, and Happy New Year.